your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. This night, brilliantly simplified. I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite. Oh, always satellite. Yeah, I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite.
Amusement Park. Thank you very much for joining us for day 3 of Hometown Throwdown, hosted by your Rose City Rollers. Our first game of the afternoon features Montreal's New Skids on the Block taking on Rose City's Axles of Annihilation. And here to introduce Montreal's New Skids on the Block, Scott Chicken.
Thank you, Mike Checks. Skating today for the New Skids on the Block, number 03, Grayson. 008, Lowrider. Number 13, Alcatraz. Number 62, Aye. 123, Miracle Whips. Number 131, Lee Antichrist. 289, Cheese Grater. Number 808, Lawrence. 934, White Bro Sirius. Number 999, KT Kaboom. 1017, Bigley Smalls. Number 1773, Magnum PEI. 1969, Denata. Number 5678, Gruesome Gracie. And 9999, Mange Moi and Cool. The new skids are coached by Chlamydia. Give it up once more for the new skids on the block.
All right, Rose City Rollers and Axles of Annihilation. We have number 19, Angela Death. Number 22, Habanero Romero. 316, Evan Helical. 343, Trinity. 360, Big Bang Fury. Number 37 is Swagatha. 39, Gaffney. 426 is Ripley. Number 48 is Brute. 50 is Alter Eagle. 617 is Stomps. Number 71 is Danger Potato. 718 is MC Slammer. Number 8 is Assassin. 89 is HR. The coaches are Rosemary Baby and Stella. Please make some noise for the Axles of Annihilation.
Well, we're about to get this game going. I'm the King, joined with Toe Furious up here in the mezzanine of Oaks Amusement Park here in Portland, Oregon. We got a nice rainy day, but it's a perfect day to come inside and watch some Derby.
Absolutely. What a great day it'll be for Derby. Got a really good matchup here, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, I'm very excited to see this this team come out here. And Montreal they have played twice. They've played very, very hard this weekend, and unfortunately they've not come up with the win either time. Axles of Annihilation also had that same fate in both games. They did not win, so it was an opportunity for both of them to come out, perform, and get ahead.
Looks like we have Miracle Whips jamming for Montreal in
Yeah.
his first jam, and Trinity for the Axles.
Yep, both jammers right now just past corner number 2 and stuck in that pack like glue. Trinity right now trying to push through the straightaway. 3 blockers from Montreal, absolutely locking them down.
Going to recycle there on Miracle Whips from Big Bang Fury. Oh, and we have a track cut call on Miracle Whips.
Yeah, Big Bang Fury with that knockout took a step back right when Miracle Whips tried to come in, and Miracle Whips, young player, very, very, very smart.
Yes, that was a great player. All right. And with that, looks like Trinity is our lead jammer.
Well, speaking of Big Bang Fury, that's a high block that's going to be called, and so Big Bang Fury will have a seat in that wild penalty box.
Altered Eagle playing some offense there for Trinity.
3 blockers still out there for Montreal, and they have absolutely locked down and scrubbed any amount of speed that Trinity has thought about having.
Like Rose City concentrating on their defense now as Miracle Whips rejoins from the penalty box. And Miracle Whips around the outside.
Yeah, using that finesse and them toe stops like they do.
Well, Miracle Whips is one of those special jammers. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, Trinity did get out and did get the lead jam stat. So they are awarded 4 points on that, and they went ahead and called it off. So a quick score for Rose City. Montreal right now 0, but they did have a penalty on their jammer to get things started.
That's the way we like to start Derby off here, Fast and Furious. We had an awesome earlier game with the juniors here, the future of roller derby. Went right down to the last jam, and Evangelical takes lead jammer.
Donata right now stuck in the pack. Well, and as I say that, there was an opening on the inside line. Donata ran right out on their initial.
And Evangelical engaging the pack now. And there's your call off.
Evangelical got through, did pick up 3 points on that, and a very smart call off as Donata was coming around the pack to try and get some scores going. So coming up today, this is our first game of the Hometown Throwdown series that we're doing, aside from the juniors that we had earlier. Axles of Annihilation of Montreal are playing right now. We're going to see Denver versus the Euro League, and both of those teams looked excellent over this weekend.
Last night was a great game.
Yeah.
Both of those teams, not against each other, of course, but great game. By both of them, it'll be a fun to watch matchup a little later.
Danger Potato and Leantichrist are your jammers in this next jam.
Once again, a big scrum here, turn 2.
Both jammers right now struggling, and blocker after blocker seems to be putting their body and taking any amount of speed or agility out of them.
Got that trio up front now of Big Bang Fury, MC Slammer, and I can't see the other skater just now.
Well, they're doing a fantastic job, and right now that's the wedge of death. You never want to be trying to push in because all it does is wear you out, and rarely can you push that wall forward like that.
Habanero Romero trying to play some offense, but no luck in the Antichrist. Oh, and a track cut call on the Antichrist, so they'll be headed to the penalty box.
Well, the ref did give him an opportunity to step back out of bounds, made sure that, okay, are you going to come back? Nope. All right, that's the cut.
And we finally have a lead jammer for almost a little over a minute of that.
Yeah, the Antichrist is out. The offense is coming. Oh, and the Antichrist got knocked out. It looked like they stepped inbound. Oh, and an id sub being called.
Oh, yeah, well.
That's double the fun.
Double the fun, and with that, Danger Potato back out of the penalty box.
All right, so that's 1 minute now that Danger Potato is going to be in a power jam. Now the pack is speeding up.
It's like Axles of Annihilation trying to run a picket line there.
And it does look like there was a forearm penalty that's going to be assessed on one of the players from Rose City.
Like MC Slammer over
yes,
there
it
in
was.
the penalty box. A little confusion there from the skaters. It looked like they didn't know what was happening. There we go.
Yeah, time runs out, and it does look like the Antichrist is still going to be in that penalty box. And that's going to go ahead and give Rose City an opportunity to start in another power jam.
There was a whole lot of roller derby in that jam for no points being scored.
Yeah, a whole lot of good action there.
A lot of good action, yes.
Yeah, so tonight, the last game of the night is going to be arch rivals against the Wheels of Justice. Wheels of Justice look like a well-oiled machine, but when you've got Bonnie Thunders, Scald Eagle, and Lauren Much as your jammers.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. They just really looked really solid
Yeah.
all the way up. But, Arch Rival looks like a great team, too, and they played really well against their opponents this weekend. And it'll be fun to see how they do.
Yeah, their ability to recycle and get back in on that jammer has always been impressive to me.
All right, well, we do have a lead jammer, Stomps.
Yeah, and it was a hit out, but it was a hit out of play, and so that's going to put another blocker for Montreal in the penalty box.
And Stomps makes it around. And looks like Montreal's jammer back on the track, too.
Oh, and another penalty on MC Slammer. So there's another blocker going down for Rose City.
Wow. Fancy toe stop spinning there. Stomps passing through the pack. Big smile on their face coming by the crowd.
Offense is being played by Montreal, and the defense is reacting from Rose City. Still doing a great job holding on to the Antichrist.
And Stomps with another passer. 4 more big points for the Axles. Pretty good crowd here this afternoon. Everybody loving this game so far.
Yep, well, we got a star pass, and out of the pack, that's going to be Grayson with the star on their helmet.
And there's a little late call off. Looked like they were trying to get it done.
Oh,
Stomps went down.
Excellent. 2 points are put on the board for Montreal.
Oh, there you go.
And that was some fast footwork by Grayson to get around and get through everybody in order to pick up those 2 points.
Yeah, that was awesome. Awesome effort. Hey, we'd like to remind everyone our Jammer line this afternoon is being brought to you by the Jam on Hawthorne. Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly place for breakfast. Check it out.
I heard it's friendly.
Jam on Hawthorne, yeah. I know they always have a line out the door, so it must be good.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's always been one of those surprising things about Portland, Oregon is everybody, when they go out, they stand in line.
Yeah.
You wait a long time to get some dang food.
Well, it's because the good places are good, and
Yeah,
everybody knows
they're
it.
good, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Well, we got an official official timeout down on the track. Pardon my tongue-tied right there. It is still a little early, and the day for Eric. I don't know who that Eric guy is, but
It's all right.
the King thinks so. All right, they have figured out what they've got going on. 4 actual points was put on the board for Montreal, so I believe they were discussing the points.
Yeah, that was an excellent 4-point pickup.
Angela Death is out there for AOA. Miracle Whips is out there for Montreal, and Miracle Whips is your lead jammer.
And Angela Death now with the star in their hand. Does make it through, though, with some fancy skating around the outside there. Angela Death now through on their initial pass.
And that was a great maneuver to avoid all of that danger coming at them. Skater after skater throwing those big hits, and Angela Death glided by the slightest of safety. Missed him by a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. Yeah, as we were talking about the game coming up later on tonight, arch rival, they looked fantastic. They were very handy with their defense. They were quick to play offense, always quick for a star pass. I'm really looking forward to see how they play against Woj.
Yeah, me too. Like you said, they've had a really good weekend, and it's fun to see these good teams come in. We'll see how it plays. This game we're watching now is great.
Yep, Lawrence.
Lawrence is our lead jammer for Montreal.
Yeah, it gets through, and Trinity right now is dropped right there in the corner number 1. Got a cap in hand, and Montreal's defense is really doing a great job holding on to Trinity.
Looks like Ripley headed to the penalty box now, so Axels have 2 in the box.
Yeah, and there was a penalty picked up by Montreal skater for a direction of play.
I think that's Mange, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, but meanwhile, Lawrence skating through and scoring points for Montreal.
Yep.
Now engaging the back of the pack.
It does look like a forearm did also got picked up. So now Rose City has 2 blockers down. And
we do have a star pass here. Oh no, Trinity just putting it back on.
Yes, indeed. She figured out a way to get through. Looks like Lawrence is going to get in there. Not going to pick up any points, but does call off that jam after picking up 8 points. Right now we've got a score of 23-14. 20 minutes left in this first half.
What a great game so far. Listen, folks, next time you're in Portland, visit Holler, your new favorite sports bar and treat shop. They're right here in Selwood, not too far from the hangar.
Holla. Evangelical is going up against Donata. Donata doing some fast footwork.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, put a knee down, and unfortunately not lead jammer. No pass, no penalty is called, but they're out of the pack on their initial.
What a big hit there, Evangelical. 008 low rider.
Ooh. Donata said, that's all right, I'm going to keep running. There was a big hit by Big Bang Fury, and Donata just brushed it off like it was no big deal.
Wow.
Well, Evangelical had to stop and re-pick up that star when they took it off their helmet.
And now they're through Evangelical.
Donata getting knocked out at the top of the apex and drugged back into corner number 1. And again, Donata is not your lead jammer.
It's like this group of Habanero Romero and Big Bang Fury.
So we're going to go the full 2 minutes. As you know, Evangelical pulled off the cap. She picks up 4 points on this pass.
Oh, that's right. So we'll have no lead jammer.
No, we will not.
Oh, big blowout there from Low Rider on Evangelical and a nice recycle.
Oh, and another blocker going down for AOA. That's going to be Sasson going to the penalty box for a multiplayer block.
Meanwhile, Looks like Donato working one-on-one against out. Big Bang Fury had to let him go. So Donato having a great jam here.
Altered Eagle coming in and opening things up for Evangelical, but Montreal's got a lot of pack awareness, and they are very quick to recover and hold Evangelical in.
I've noticed that. They're doing a good job of circling around and recycling their blockers.
2 blockers up front, holding on to Donato. Donato is looking winded and having to push against Big Bang Fury. I understand why.
But once again, pushed far enough.
Just keep on swimming.
Yep.
Evangelical is out in front. 2 blockers did get up to meet them. Oof. All 4 points were picked up by Evangelical, but I got to tell you, those were some of the hardest fought 4 points I have ever seen.
Those were hard fought points. That was probably the highest scoring jam so far this game. 12 for Montreal and 8 for Rose City, bringing our score to Rose City 31 and Montreal 26.
Yeah, it is. It's a tight game. We got 5 points now separating these 2 teams.
Just a little interesting jammer line or pivot line start here. Both teams way up at the front.
Well, that's something I've seen all weekend. They've been varying their placement on the track, and with that, Miracle Whips jumps out, found an opening, and ran to freedom. Danger Potato, on the other hand, is being dragged back to the straightaway.
That's the thing about Miracle Whips, just like that, finds a way through.
Yeah, and out on the track, Ripley is getting hit with a directional plate penalty. I think that's at least 2.
And we have a star pass now, Brute, coming around, coming in hot there. So Miracle Whips decided to go ahead and call it.
2 points being picked up. I don't think they landed and that's what is being discussed by the ref. Two more points being picked up, but Montreal's got the lead. That's 32-31. We've got a lead change. Yeah, I love lead changes.
That's our first one. I mentioned it earlier, that junior game. It was a nip and tuck all the way through from the very beginning, and it just went to the last jam. It was awesome.
Excellent. Stomps and Gruesome Gracie out on the track as your jammers. Gruesome Gracie really pushing the wall up, is already to turn number 1. And Stomps getting escorted out of bounds, being drugged back to the straightaway. And there they are. They've got the wall ready in turn 1, waiting for Stomps to come in. And welcome to the slowness.
Yeah, that's Alcatraz there and Low Rider. I'm not sure who the pivot is on this one. Can't see the number just now.
Yeah, they did.
They're doing a good job, though, on Stomps. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, they did that really nice cinch and drop, and all that just takes.
Oh, and Ripley coming in hot, blowing up that pack.
Ripley has been doing that for years. One of those exciting players because she will come in and just wreck your world every time.
That was awesome. But Montreal recovering, as we mentioned earlier, really recovering well on that after Ripley just blowing up that pack.
Well, Montreal really dragging back Stomps, and I love that. There they go. They just drag him right back into that nice cinch wall. They've got her, and she's locked in the middle.
And looks like Gruesome Gracie now through as lead jammer.
Minute and 10 seconds later, we finally got a lead jammer.
That is something. These teams are really locked down defense. And with that, Gruesome Gracie quickly through the pack.
Well, that's the key to it. You get all the momentum and you got your speed going. That's where you can now maneuver and try and get around them, and they've got to react to you from a dead stop.
Right, and that's really good derby here coming around. But again, here now, it looks like the Rose City defense has found their footing.
Cheese Grater was up there just raking away at those blockers from AOA, and unfortunately was not able to spring Gruesome Gracie from that pack.
Here comes Montreal's offense.
Well, they've got 3 seconds, and they've held that jammer, and they're going to go all 4 offense. That's, again, very, very heads-up play.
Yeah.
That maybe obviously the jammer's not going to get around. You might as well pick up all your points, and there it is.
Get them as much as you can, and there you go.
8 points in that jam for Gruesome Gracie. They've now got a 9-point lead. They might have started a little slow, but they have definitely figured out their footwork now. I'd like to give a holler out to Wild CBD. It's like surfing the cloud on a surfboard made of pure energy. That's
Oh.
Wild CBD.
Oh, sorry, King.
No
and
problem.
with that, Miracle Whips with some fancy skating, spinning, and dipping and whatever. Making lead jammer. It's been a real pleasure to watch some of these skaters. We got to see Freight Train skate
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
You know, those are people you've seen on the TV.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch them in person. I recommend that to anyone who's a Derby fan.
Absolutely.
Try to get to your Derby and watch these skaters. They're awesome.
Yep. Looks like 2 more points being put on the board by Miracle Whips in there. And you said it. You know, we've seen some of the best jammers in the game on this track all weekend long.
That is right.
And the fun part is how they're all so very different. A Miracle Whip, she's got lots of finesse and she bounces and varies her heights, where Freight Train comes in like a freight train.
Yeah.
I mean, you give her the side of your body and you're going to get hit.
That's right.
So it's just exciting to see all these different types of philosophies on how to play, and it's really fun to watch.
It is. This is great Derby, world-class Derby.
We
Right
got
here in Portland.
We
love
got
it.
Trinity and Donata out there on the track as your jammers. Top of the apex, everybody's come to a screeching halt. Defensively, it is a cluster right now.
Oh, but with that said, Donata finding the line around the outside of turn 2 there and is our lead jammer.
Yeah, jammers normally like to say, oh, Eric's talking about how good the defense is. Let me prove him wrong.
Right. It's a jammer, or the announcer curse.
Yeah, a lot of hits coming right there. Big Bang Fury dragging them back, and we've got a 3-wall set up. And, yeah, Donata is stuck again.
Trinity still pounding away at the Montreal defense up here. Once again, low rider.
Look how low they're getting on her, though.
Alcatraz again. I know.
They're just dipping down, and every time Trinity tries to push forward, they just drop their weight, bend their knees, dig in, and Trinity's just, I mean, honestly, going inch by inch at this point.
I know, and it's neither pack is moving.
That's just grueling for a jammer.
It is. It's like grueling for everyone. Well, now finally they knock a Trinity out of bounds, so
Yeah,
big
and
recycle here.
And on the way back, Cheese Grater went ahead and stopped for a couple nice little hits on that wall for Rose City.
27 seconds now left in this jam. All right, we have a star pass. That's Habanero Romero.
Yep, they're going to go ahead and call this off. All 4 points being put on the board for Montreal in that pass. So that's going to bring them up to 46 and 31 right now for Rose City. S1 helmets, durable, functional, stable. The S1 Pro knee pads, they're also built for roller derby. So check them out, S1. They got a bunch of good gear right there.
Oh, they do. They've been sponsoring all of our broadcasts this season. That's very nice sponsorship. We appreciate them very much. All right, looks like our Wild CBD penalty box does have one skater residing in it for Montreal.
Evan Helkel gets out and is off to the races. Holy smokes! I didn't see it, but it does look like we're going to be sending Leanne Christ to the penalty box for a penalty. I was all excited about watching Evan Helkel get out.
I know we saw Helkel get out quickly, and then I didn't see the penalty either, but we did have a big penalty called.
Evan Helkel now benefiting from all that offense, runs free and picks up 4 points. Oh, and there it is. Ripley right now trying to strip bodies off, and everybody's trying to get away from her.
Helkel now battling that defense for Montreal.
Well, here comes Leanne Christ. They've got a running start, and they're coming at that 4-wall in the sweet spot of the track. Oh, I thought they were going to jump, and they put on a weird break and went to the outside.
Yeah, well, that's probably thought better of it.
Yeah. For as many times as I've seen people jump, I've also seen a lot of people get hit on that, and when you go down from that, it doesn't feel good.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Evan Helkel right now stuck at the top of the apex, dancing around and getting pinned. Tried to do a little hop around and got escorted out of bounds. Beautiful move by Montreal blockers.
That's Bigley Smalls there with that nice effort. And Evan Helkel again with the try to hop, but no luck. Monge and company.
Yeah, Big and Small, that was a great job leading that jammer in into the pack. Say, here, this is where we're going to go. This is where I need you to go.
Yeah.
Get in here.
I saw that. It looked like it was like Helical was trying to decide where to go, and they just kind of followed in.
Yeah, and the response time to get back together and suck up that jammer into your wall was excellent. Well, 4 points being put on the board for Rose City. Make that 8. 4 more points being put on the board for Rose City. Montreal held scoreless in that jam. It's 46-39.
Still a great bout here this afternoon.
It's tight. And defense right now, in my opinion, is the word.
Yeah.
It's both these teams playing really, really strong defense and locking down those jammers.
Here comes the Axles rolling back now. Miracle Whips and Danger Potato are our jammers. Miracle Whips makes it around the group and lead jammer.
Yep. You can only hope to contain her. Miracle Whips.
And Danger Potato out now as well too.
Yep.
And the pack is a little bit running fast down the back stretch, but they're stopping now. Miracle Whips coming in hot. And the quick call off.
Yeah, and you know what? That was some great offense from Cheese Grater. Cheese Grater ran up that outside, just stripped enough of a space open. Miracle Whips could get up in there and get those 3 points to put on the board. We got a 10-point separation between these two teams with just under 8 minutes left in that first half. Let me make that a designation.
Don't know. Oh, it looks like we have a timeout.
Yep.
Montreal.
Well, you know, team timeouts, they are brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Once again, that's Deb Counts Tabor. So, you know, if you're moving into the area and you're looking for a realtor, that might be somebody you want to look at.
Yeah, and who wouldn't want to live here? Honestly, King. I know that you don't, but but we miss you. So.
It wasn't that I didn't want to live here.
I know.
It was time to.
I moved up here too, and I'm not a native. I don't know if I don't know a lot of people are. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to live.
I was born and raised here, and you know what? The Pacific Northwest is a beautiful place to be. If you've never been here, I would suggest everybody at least come to visit.
Oh yeah, this place is awesome.
You know, the Hometown Throwdown is going on the same time next year.
I know. Well, it's fun. It's fun. I hope we stay with the fall Hometown Throwdown rather than the summertime Hometown Throwdown, because that was always a nasty thing here at the hangar.
It would be the hottest day of the year every single time.
Yep, it was always really hot and miserable in here. And still good derby and a lot of fun, but
yeah. But sitting up at this mezzanine, I'm telling you.
It's chilly today, no question, but that's okay. All right, looks like we're going to get back to some derby now. 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go here in this first half.
Montreal with one blocker down. It's going to be a 3-on-4 pack advantage for Axles of Annihilation. Stomps and Lawrence, those are your jammers out on the track.
I know Lawrence had a good outing last time.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do this time.
Lawrence trying to find something on the inside, works back to the middle, trying the out, bouncing all over the place laterally, trying to find an opening.
And the penalty box now clear as Montreal's skater back on the track. So nobody chilling out in our wild CBD penalty box right now.
Yeah, well, there's lots of good motion. The offense is coming, trying to sweep off a blocker here and a blocker there. But again, they're very quick to recover. Axles of Annihilation not allowing the offense to even bother them right now.
Yeah, it looks like they just keep rotating. It's Ripley and Brute in there, and they just can't, once they wipe out one person, the next one's right there. And with that, Lawrence is our lead jammer.
Yeah, it looks like Brute picked up a penalty, and they're going to sit in the penalty box for the Axles of Annihilation.
Okay, and Stomp's now through as well for the Axles. So we'll see what happens here once they get to the back. And there's the call off. Pretty usual derby
look
activity.
At that. No points scored by either team.
Wow.
I thought Montreal might have got past a few of the blockers out there. And here comes the coach. Yeah, he's seeing the same thing I think I saw, but you know, I'm not on the track. They've got the bird's eye view, and I'm not going to speculate. So, PBR. PBR is back, baby. You can grab one at a store, or you can share one right here at the hangar. That's PBR.
We love PBR.
Donata and Angela Death, those are your jammers in this next jam.
Donata makes lead jammer right away here. Angela Death is a new mom. I don't know if anybody knew.
I did know that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also threw on their initial pass for the Axles, and there's the call off.
Yeah, there was a lot of bodies crashing around and making sure everybody's okay. Wow, it very awkward landing on each other. Whew, I'm glad everybody's okay.
Yeah, me too. Well, we do have a timeout. Oh, and it looks like
looks
maybe
like
an official review.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep. They want to chat about something.
Yeah, well, once again, all of our timeouts and reviews are being brought to us this weekend by one of our great sponsors. Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor.
Yep.
She's the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It is a great place to live.
2 points put on the board from Montreal in that last jam. I'm interested to see if they're looking for more points.
Yeah, I think they are.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking about a penalty, but we're going to throw it down to the track and find out what's going on.
Montreal official review. They are requesting a back block call on the Portland Jammer.
Interesting.
Okay, so they're looking for a back block call.
I'm not sure I saw that.
Oh.
But that's
Well, that's why there's so many officials, because I didn't see it either.
yeah.
But they're having a huddle now. They're either. We'll see what's going on with that.
Hey, while we're hanging out, Sizzle Pie, Rose City Rollers official pizza partner, Death to False Pizza. That's Sizzle Pie.
They have good pizza.
Oh yeah,
They do. They have vegan pizza too.
Wow.
And that's my thing. So
actually, I think I've tried that.
have you?
Yeah, they had Sizzle Pie one of the last games we had here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They bring the pizza down once in a while.
yeah, they did. They brought a pizza down, and I didn't mean to grab the vegan pizza. I normally leave that for vegetarians, and I was like, I was eating, and I was like, I believe it was cauliflower based
There you
crust
go,
or something
yeah.
like. It was delicious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, if you're going to be hanging around today and enjoying the Derby, we've got some great games coming up. We've got 2 more after this. Well, I got to throw it down to the track
Results of the
first.
review. No back block contact was observed. Therefore, the no call stands. Montreal does not keep the review for the half.
All right.
All right. Well, there it is. So
At 4 p.m. today, we're going to have Denver versus the European All-Stars. And as you know, Freight Train right now playing for the European All-Stars.
Right.
That's going to be a great game. I'm
Yeah,
really excited to see that one.
me too. That's going to be a fun game.
And then for the main event, it's going to be arch rivals against the Wheels of Justice.
Right. Both teams are undefeated so far this weekend. We were
Uh-huh.
talking about that earlier, and so that'll be fun to see. And Arch Rivals a good team. They come in here really,
they're a
really good.
great team.
They're fired up. They're playing well.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see.
Those are one of those teams that I don't think most leagues want to probably have to face off against and hope to win.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a great team. You know, and that's one of the exciting things. You know, I was looking back at some Facebook feed memories that came to me the other day, and I realized that over the last couple of years, this had been championship weekend.
Yeah.
And I kind of it kind of felt good to be sitting here looking at championship level Derby players, you know, while we're missing out on champs this year. So
Right. Well, and, you know, this is a good way to start to get back to the normalcy that we hope, whatever that new normalcy will be.
yeah, and so thinking back fondly on all of those games and all the excitement and the everything that goes into it leading up to it, and I just can't wait till we get back to what that is and what we're doing, and this is a key step to it. I mean,
agree,
watching
yeah.
these great teams and everybody having an opportunity to compete at this level.
I know, and all these teams coming from all over the world to play and have fun, and there's so much fun on this track. You can see all the camaraderie.
Yeah.
All these players know each other.
Yeah.
They've seen each other at the tournaments and the championship games throughout the years, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, and you know, the NBA back on track, or the WFTDA back on track. Those games have been really fun to also watch. They've been putting some great content out there, and it's been really enjoyable, especially being now back out of Portland and living on the other side of the country. Getting to tune in to watch different leagues and get to pick different things up, and
that's the thing. It's so much more available now, which is awesome. Oh, here we go with another call.
During the previous jam, Portland skater 4-8 ran into an official in the OPR lane. The contact was deemed avoidable and forceful. The skater has been expelled from the game.
Oh, well, alrighty. Looks like we have an expulsion. Well, I didn't see that. Unfortunately, I guess I don't know that what happened, but I know that can happen. Collisions do happen.
Yeah. And we want to keep everybody safe. including the officials.
Yeah.
All right. Now they've put a blocker in the penalty box to serve that penalty and the expulsion, obviously.
Oh, it looks like
that was Brute.
Looks like it was Brute.
Yeah, unfortunate. All right. Well, hey, we're back to the Derby action. We've got 5.5 minutes. 51-39 is the score right now. Montreal is up by just a mere 12 points.
And once again, Trinity now. Oh, nice job. Mange out of nowhere on Trinity. Miracle whips.
Yep.
Just like that, through on the inside.
And Trinity, unfortunately, picking up a track cut. That is going to give a power jam to Miracle Whips, and that's not what you want to do right now.
No. That. Wow, nice defense or offense being played there by KT Kaboom.
Yeah.
Really springing Miracle Whips on that last rotation.
Well, and if you look, Montreal, all of the blockers from Montreal are basically grabbing a player and moving them out of the way to make it so easy for Miracle Whips. Miracle Whips can easily hand a four-wall all on their own, but when she's got that kind of offense coming,
that's really what's happening. You can see it, and it looks like we have Trinity back out of the penalty box again.
Oh no, yep. Trinity came in way too hot, way too determined, and there's a back block. That's going to be another penalty, and that's too bad. 12 points now on the board for Montreal, and Miracle Whips is still looking to score.
Oh, no, there's the call-off. It looks like they're going to try to ice that Rose City Jammer with most of their penalty left. I already do have a timeout again called by Axles of Annihilation.
Yep. Coaches right now talking to Trinity in the penalty box. It was. I mean, that happened right in front of us here. That was a clear back block.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can try to avoid it. But when you come in that hot, it's better to try and juke out of the way. But if a blocker is giving you that back, sometimes they're wily. They will laterally move in front of you just to get that penalty.
It happens. That's like you said. So that and it was. That's sometimes the price you pay for coming in hot.
Yeah.
It looks like we're ready to go. We're still waiting. We're having a timeout.
Yeah.
It's like Rolls is out there having a discussion with the head ref.
I believe that's Donata right now taking the track for Montreal.
And I believe the jammer for Axles will be Trinity, who is riding.
Yeah, still in the penalty box.
Riding the wave over there in the CBD penalty box.
15 points were picked up by Miracle Whips in that last jam.
Now, that was a big jam.
That was a
for
big
Montreal.
jam.
Big, huge jam. They've really stretched their lead out now with that one.
They cracked the ceiling, broke it
and
open.
just like that, wow. Donata up the inside line.
Yeah, that was a great move, and that was kind of orchestrated by the offense, or excuse me, the defense just dragging it right on up.
Yeah, that was a really nice block to steal that line by Alcatraz there. Big run back now. Big Bang Fury.
Oh, no, and another blocker going down. Is that Habanero
Romero, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trinity now back out of the box, star in hand.
Well, they were waiting for at turn 4 and said, welcome to the blocking wall.
Yeah, we have MC Slammer, Big Bang Fury. Well, and with that, though, Donata does make it around for the big 4 points.
Already putting another 8 up on there. They are really spreading this lead out.
And Montreal on a run right now.
Well, and Trinity was hoping to get that star passed off, but Habanero Dinero, who is the pivot, is sitting in the penalty box right now.
Habanero Romero is really a player to watch. I'll tell you, this is a young skater who just aged up, a few years ago now, but
that's the benefits of a junior.
Really a good skater. Just coming back to the Rose City League this last season.
Yep. So here, the very heads-up play by Rose City. They've got the pivot right now trying to play the offense, and that gives the defense now 2 things to look for. And just like that. Yeah, you're stripping off a blocker, you grab the cap, and you run away.
Right, and then they just have that forces the immediate call-off. So
yeah, so they stop the bleeding. So 12 points put up in that last jam, 78-39, 2 minutes roughly left in this first half. Montreal just had a burst.
Yeah, that was-
it was a really low-scoring defensive struggle for the last, first half of this game, and Montreal just went kaboom.
Well, yeah, that was a couple of big jams there. That
Yeah.
15-point jam for Miracle Whips.
Yeah, they really capitalized on that power jam. Evangelical out there going up against Gruesome Gracie.
Well, it looks like we're back to our defensive struggle here. Both teams back on that.
Nice little push out on Evangelical. They're going to run them back through the straightaway. Start back at the jam line again.
And Helical juking inside and out. Still no way to go. KT kaboom.
Oh, Gruesome Gracie got out, but it was a forearm call. So now we've got a power jam.
Yeah.
Words are hard sometime.
And Evangelical does make it through now as our lead jammer.
Yes. So,
And like you said, it'll be a power jam here for another 20 seconds or so.
Yep.
Oh.
And they got a goat in the back.
Yeah,
and
they
that's,
did. They had the. But now their defense is reforming. Montreal, nowhere to go for Helical.
Yeah. Excellent
Ripley
job.
up there trying to
Holding
play
them in.
some offense.
It's like Swagatha just got picked up with a penalty. That was the pivot out there.
And Gruesome Gracie back in the fray now with the star is in their hand, looks like.
Evangelical finds the light of day on the outside. Toe stops out and picks up 4 points.
That's the first points for Axels in a couple of jams here. That's
Yeah.
good. And it looks like we have a star pass now, too. Looks like Mange will be our jammer for Montreal.
Evangelical
call.
getting knocked out of bounds. They're going to go ahead and call it off. Picked up 3 points on that last pass, so that's going to be 7 total for Rose City.
Well, that was a big jam for Rose City on that one.
Yeah.
They haven't kind of not scored too many points here in the last few jams.
Yeah,
so that was a big start.
They
big
really
comeback.
needed that. And we're probably going to go into the halftime here. We might get this next jam started before
That's not going to happen.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep.
But I guess I wasn't eyeballing the time quite right.
Yep.
But, I mean, that was good for them. They needed to have some kind of inspiration to feed off of going into halftime.
There you go, yeah.
And this is a good time for them to stop, regroup, figure out what they're going to do against the defensive wall of Montreal and how to contain that scoring. First thing I can say is they got to deal with their penalties. They've had a lot of penalties here in the last couple jams, and it's really kind of hurt them.
Yeah, that is going to be a big key moving to the second half. We'll have to take a look.
All right.
See how we do.
Well, hey, everybody at home, grab yourself something to eat and something to drink. We are going to take a halftime, and we'll be back in about 9 minutes.
Okay. Welcome back, fans. We're back for the second half here of our game between Axles of Annihilation and the Montreal New Skids on the block.
Yeah, that was a really, really good first half.
It was.
Yeah, it was a tight game up until about the last 3 jams. There was 2 back-to-back power jams that Montreal ran up a bunch of points on, benefiting Miracle Whips, who, case in point, just got out and is your lead jammer.
Yeah, it looks like they may get started off with the same kind of momentum here, although Rose did get a little momentum right at the end there, scoring some points right before the halftime.
Yes, indeed.
But they did lose a key player. So we'll see how they do here in the second half going forward.
There really wasn't any penalties that by one particular skater that was all too bad or anything else like that. So, going into the second half, I expect to see a lot of activity and some really good defense. Miracle Whips getting out in corner number 2, picks up a 4-point pass right there. And just like that, Trinity does finally get up with the cap in their hand. Direction of play penalty is going to be assessed on one of the blockers for Montreal.
Well, you were talking about the penalties earlier, King. There's only a couple of players with 3 for both teams, and I don't think that's anything to worry about right now. Penalties have been pretty good. The Wild CBD penalty box has been pretty empty until now. Of course, we're looking at it, and there's 1 for each.
Yep.
Did you say that? I think it's Habanero Romero here for the Axles, and I don't see the number for the skater.
Yep, they skated off and sat down before my weary eyes could spot them. But hey, we got Evan Hilkel and Donata, both as our jammers here. Nice little maneuver by Evan Hilkel, but a now nice counter by the blocking wall of Montreal.
Okay, we've discovered that's Al Catraz over there.
Oh, that's who that was. Oh, there we go.
And with that, Helical out again. Not lead jammer, but scoring points here. Well, there you go.
No, Altered Eagle was really you can just pretty much give those points to Altered Eagle. They came in and stripped off that one player that was holding off that inside line.
Yeah.
Evan Helical, that was probably the easiest point she's ever scored in her life.
Yeah, that was awesome. Awesome offense. Well, that's the thing about Altered Ego. Normally a jammer, but now on this squad and with the wheels too, pretty much a pivot and or blocker.
Yeah.
And that's what an asset to have.
Oh, yeah. And, Altered Eagle is one of those players that knows the game so well, formerly knows a Scald Eagle. And to have them block for you is just a gem.
Yeah, and of course, when they pivot, the star pass is always there.
Yep. So we got Danger Potato, Leanti Christ, both out there. Leanti Christ just picked up lead jammer, and Danger Potato is having an issue in the back.
Looks like Swagatha headed to the penalty box for Axles. I didn't see that penalty call either, but they're over there.
Well, they took the cap off. Danger Potato, took the cap off and is trying to still get through, but their pivot once again in the penalty box.
Yeah, no time to put it on again right now, though. So, and Danger Potato hitting the deck there. 934, Wybro Sirius.
Wow.
Some really nice defense.
Montreal throwing 2 blockers into offense, and still the Antichrist having a hard time getting through. That's the kind of defense we've been seeing all day, though, from both of these teams.
Well, yeah, that's a different defense than we saw earlier. That's Dez and MC Slammer and Big Bang Fury over there. Rotated a little bit there, it looks like.
Again, here we go. 2 blockers, no brace, and they're just holding down Danger Potato and leaving the other 2 blockers to try and deal with it.
Yeah, but there's still no luck, like you said. And that's a testament to those 2 blockers for Montreal. They're doing it.
Dang! Big Bang Fury just rocked the jammer.
Oh, and the penalty being assessed now on Big Bang Fury.
4 points being put on the board for the Antichrist. And that was a big hit.
Yeah.
That was a big hit.
Well, and Montreal continues their roll here. Now the lead is 40.
I'm just making sure that I'm watching. It looks like it was intended to be clean, but it might have been high, and that was my concern, and that's why I was talking about being a big hit.
I see. Well,
the Antichrist got it up very, very slow, like she might have got a bell run.
And with that, Miracle Whips once again quickly on the outside with some big offensive help there.
Man, Stomp's getting knocked out and drugged back, still stuck about 10 feet past the pivot line, or the jam line, excuse me.
A big roll back there, Ripley on Miracle Whips.
And that's going to be KT Kaboom. That's going to get the direction of play penalty and go have a seat in the Wild CBD penalty box.
Miracle Whips trying to go beneath the defense here, way low. But Ripley and Altered Eagle not having it. Oh, and just like that, around the outside, but Miracle Whip stepping out. That's Gaffney with Ripley and Eagle.
Big Bang Fury is back in there, and Big Bang Fury is playing that vicious form of...
Oh, and we have a forearm called on Miracle Whips. On
now
that last big hit from Eagle.
Yeah, now Ripley and Big Bang Fury just came and unhinged that wall. It looks like an out-of-play penalty is going to be assessed. And finally, Stomps is out of that pack, not your lead jammer.
And stomps on a power jam now because Miracle Whips is still in the penalty box.
KT Kaboom is locked in the back. Well, it was locked in the back as the GOAT, but now they're playing some
Well, and a good job by KT Kaboom to slow down Stomps on that one. It looked like Stomps was going to skate right through, but KT Kaboom really put the kibosh on that.
Well, Stomps finally out of the penalty box, picking up 4 points. We got 20 seconds left in this jam. Miracle Whips has gotten back out there, and it looks like she's going to say, hey, partner, why don't you come play some offense for me?
Oh, I thought they were going to go for the whip, but no. And Miracle Whips battling with Eagle on the outside line and makes it through. And Miracle Whips knows the time is near.
Yeah.
The time was nigh there, so just turning around.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and call it good. That was excellent, excellent work.
That was. That is once again. I hate to keep saying it, but this has been a great weekend for any Derby fans.
Yeah.
This is just awesome to see this level of play from all the teams. They're stacked and they're great. All these teams are playing excellent derbies. A lot of fun. They're having a great time out there. Really fun.
All right, here we go. We've got Angela Death and Donata out there as our jammers. Donata, Big Bang Fury picking up another penalty and headed to the penalty box. That's going to be a forearm call.
Oh, and Donata makes it underneath on the outside of the top of turn one for our lead jammer.
Wow, that was a slick move.
Boy, Donata just doesn't give up, never quits.
Angela Death is getting just ran back and forth. The lateral movement is great, but once again, the defense quick to counter.
Angela Death now breaking up that three-pack, and it looks like we're going for a star pass. Oh, and the star hits the deck.
That's
so they had to pick it back up.
Habanero Romero had the fingertips on it, just couldn't contain it. Wow, look at that. Now the defense is all over Habanero Romero right now.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I'm seeing is every time it looks like they're going to do a star pass and the pivot gets up front, there's always somebody up there to put a body on it.
Oh, and Big Bang Fury coming in off the penalty box now with a big hit. But still no luck. AD headed to the back again.
Yeah.
That was a smart move of AD to quickly pick up that star when it hit the deck earlier. That could have been a disaster.
Yeah. All right, so Donata now has served the time, is back out on the track, and is out of that pack, picking up 4 points on the scoring pass.
And now we have a star pass. Habanero Romero will be our jammer for Axles of Annihilation.
Yeah, that time she got free. All right, so going in, Donata is now in the pack, getting worked all over the place.
And Habanero Romero also hitting the pack.
Multiplayer block, I believe that's going to be Swagatha.
I think you're probably right. Habanero Romero being knocked out.
Oh, and another penalty on Big Bang Fury. That's 3 quick penalties for them in the last, 2-3 jams.
And Wybro Sirius also headed to the penalty box for the Skids. Well, that was a quick and fast and furious business there. It looks like the jam is over.
Yeah. So 4 points being picked up by Axles of Annihilation.
And there it is, 12 looks like for Montreal.
Yeah, 106-60.
Yeah, well, Montreal I guess it's about the same now, huh? 46.
We got
the lead just a few minutes ago was 40, so.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes left in this. 2 blockers are going to be down for the Axles of Annihilation, and 1 is going to be down for Montreal. Slight pack advantage still. It's never easy to hold on to a jammer with just 2 blockers out on the track. But they got Ripley and Scald Eagle out there. So
yeah, that's a good pair to have if that's what you're doing. We have another timeout here. Looks like an official timeout. Not sure what it's about. As usual, we don't know.
Well, they've been talking on this side over here, and I'm almost wondering if, from the angle we were at, I didn't quite see it, but I'm wondering if they are thinking that there was a skating out of bounds call.
Oh.
It almost sort of looked like that, but I don't think that's going to be it.
Well, it looks like Bling is going over to the bench to talk to someone. Who's he talking to? Habanero Romero, perhaps? Yeah, that does look like Habanero Romero.
Oh, there is going to be a penalty.
Oh, yeah. So, the power start now. Then
yeah.
And look, they're bringing out Miracle Whips. Imagine that.
This is how you do it.
Yeah. Big advantage
Official
here.
timeout. After discussion with the officials, Rose City Jammer was issued a cut penalty for cutting the track by a non-initiator.
Interesting.
Well,
All right, so there was something on that outside in corner number 3 underneath the scoreboard over here.
Yeah.
There was a cut track, didn't get called. There was lots of discussion over there.
you're right, and it
Yeah.
was hard to say. Of course, we don't know what they're talking about, but we know now that Habanero Romero was called for a cut track, so we'll have a power start for Miracle Whips and the new skids on the block.
Yeah, and that's good. This is the officiating crew here has been fantastic. They're very heads up. Smart group.
Very, very, very good.
They've been around the block a few times.
Yeah, we have a ton of officials here this weekend, and we appreciate them all very much.
Yeah.
And here we go with the power start for Miracle Whips, and right through, Ripley gives a shot, but no luck.
Miracle Whips is out of the pack. Yeah. As your lead. 2 blockers out there.
And Miracle Whips uses the inside line, and it's through.
Nice little bump out.
Swagatha back out of the penalty box now, so there's 3. And Miracle Whips with a little apex hop quickly through, making that 8.
I've seen a lot of those this weekend. That is something
Oh, yeah. Well, Miracle Whips, that's a deal there, I think.
Yeah.
You always get to see some big jumps. Bonnie Thunders, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Habanero Romero
There we go. Making it
out
through.
of the pack.
There's your call off.
Yep. All 4 points were picked up. That's going to bring their total of 12 points for that jam. That was very heads up by the coach to put Miracle Whips out there.
Yeah.
They've got a lead right now, 118-260.
Yeah, a little over 19 minutes to go here in the second half.
Hey, I'd like to give a thanks to Rogue Ales and Spirits, award-winning Oregon-made craft brews and spirits available in all 50 states. Find your brew at rogue.com.
Oh, they're good, too. Just going to throw that in there.
Yeah. Lawrence right now bouncing back and forth and taking those blockers with her.
Trinity for the Axles of Annihilation also nowhere to go.
MC Slammer picking up a forearm call.
Once again, Cheese Grater playing some great defense. And Trinity now lead jammer. That's the first time in a while, I think.
Yep. Oh, no. Trinity came in, lost their footing, glided in a low block call on Trinity.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Just kind of, like you said, kind of lost their footing on that stop there. And results in a penalty.
We're going to go the full 2 minutes, and Lawrence right now is out of the pack and ready to go in a power jam. Lawrence tiptoeing up, and lots of offense coming her way. 4 easy points being picked up by Lawrence. I say easy,
Well,
like
yeah.
I could do it.
Easy for them. Well, and Lawrence coming back to the pack again. We got MC Slammer out there, Dez playing some defense. Gaffney also.
Trinity back on the track, and looks like a forearm penalty. That is going to be called on Lawrence. Excuse me, not Lawrence. On one of the blockers for Montreal. 4 more points is now being picked up by Trinity. And again, excellent wall work. They are waiting. They cinched and grabbed that jammer for the Axles of Annihilation and didn't let them go anywhere. Lawrence right now having a struggle in the back and over in turn number 3, trying to fight their way through. Forearm penalty is going to be assessed. That's going to be on Gaffney. This jam comes to an end, but not before both jammers picks up 3 more points. 7-7 in that jam. Montreal right now at 125. Rose City Rollers 67. I'd like to give a big old shout out to Two Town Cider. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a Bright Side cider soon. That's Two Town Cider.
That's also really good. I sound bad telling you how good all the alcohol is, huh?
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Evangelical and Donata out there as your jammers. Great job by the blockers from Rose City. Holding in Donata.
Oh, Donata going out from a big hit from Altered Eagle. Big hit. And now Evangelical out. Monge taking a swing, but no luck there on Evangelical.
Evangelical is out as your lead jammer, and there's a star pass. Donata passed it on up. Grayson is now your jammer. Evangelical gets through, jumps the apex, and picks up 4 points. We have a Montreal down skater.
Well, we certainly never like to see that.
No, nope, we do not like to see that. Not ever. Hey, while we are doing something other than talking about Derby, let's talk about Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better at SasquatchHR.org. You know, and coming up right after this, we've got Denver versus the European All-Stars. And that's going to be starting at 4 o'clock Pacific time. And for the main event tonight, our rival taking on the Wheels of Justice.
That'll be exciting. So that our down skater was Monge, and they've skated off under their own power.
Yep.
So that's good. Would you like to see that? Gonna go over to the EMT section and get checked out. Make sure everything's good.
There's a discussion over there with the officials. We've got a review, and it looks like we're going to be getting back underway.
Yep.
No one's in the penalty box. It looks like everything was done legally, and everybody should be okay at this point.
Yeah, our wild CBD penalty box is clear right now. Danger potato for the Axles of Annihilation and Gruesome Gracie. Once again for Montreal.
Gruesome Gracie doing a great job, but does get knocked out by MC Slamma.
We have that defense again. Big Bang Fury, MC Slammer, and young Habanero Romero, young Hobbs, they used to call her. Anyway.
Danger Potato getting knocked out, also dragged back. Montreal does a great job jumping back up and grabbing them into the wall.
A nice job by Dez on the big recycle there, but no luck there. Gruesome Gracie finally through to take lead jammer.
Danger Potato, somehow stays in bounds with a push off into the inside. They do a cap pass. Habanero Romero looks like they've got that cap, but now they were in the same predicament that Danger Potato was in.
That didn't seem to change much. Meanwhile, Gruesome Gracie dancing through the pack, picking up the 4 points.
Habanero Romero now puts that cap back on the helmet.
Long recycle here.
Starts at the top of the apex, comes in, and engages the back of Montreal.
Habanero Romero stepping out once again with another long recycle.
Big Bang Fury. Broke the pack all up and can't do that. Interested to see, that's now 4 in this half for Big Bang Fury. And another blocker down for the Axles of Annihilation. Oh, Gruesome Gracie almost looked like they got pulled down, but they do find the light of day on the other side. That should be another 4 points put on the board. It is indeed. That gives them a grand total of 8, and they held Axles of Annihilation scoreless. Well, we've got 13 and a half minutes left in this game, 133-71. I'd like to thank Black Cat Plumbing, Portland's neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers since like forever, Black Cat Plumbing.
I think they've been a sponsor since day one.
They have been.
Awesome.
One of the first ones we got.
All right, Miracle Whips makes it through. Oh.
Not lead jammer, though.
Yeah, we have a look like a no pass, no penalty kind of situation there. Skull, as Eagle was trying to stop the forward progress.
Yep.
Oh, and just like that.
Oh, she's still complaining about the fact they're not lead. Yeah, they don't like that, but that's okay. You know, if there's somebody who's going to have to go through a long jam, I think that'd be Miracle Whips.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to call it.
Yeah.
They're going to call that track cut. Oh, you better head to the penalty box.
Wow, I've seen additional assessments for less, but that's okay.
Big name players.
Yeah, big name players, and you're passionate about what you're doing.
That's right. It might be a fun tournament, but everybody's serious about the games when it comes to it. Everybody's having fun now. It looks like Eagle has the star as a star pass.
You know,
So we'll have a power jam here.
As much as we've talked about how fun it is to watch Altered Eagle skating, I've always liked that lull that she does with her legs.
Oh, I know.
That swoop out, the C cut around other players. It's almost like she's using their momentum to get around them.
Yeah, it's like and Miracle Whips goes for the apex jump, but no luck. And Eagle through, Miracle Whips back up and through as well.
Picks up 3 points on that pass.
We have no lead jammer.
Nope. We've got 30 more seconds of derby.
And a big hit, big bang Fury knocking out Miracle Whips. Big.
Miracle Whips didn't see it, but Big Bang Fury's also skated out of bounds, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Scald Eagle in there, doing a little toe stop bounce.
Yep, Eagle working away one-on-one now.
Miracle Whips is back up in there.
They'll have to let her go.